Good evening, Greenwood Bulldog fans. We're here at HB Stewart Arena tonight as the Greenwood Bulldogs plays host to the Mountain Home Bombers. Bombers come in tonight with an overall record of 13-16 with a conference record of 3-10. Real close to the Bulldogs as the Bulldogs are setting on a conference record of 4-9. It's senior night tonight as they recognize the seniors off the Greenwood team. Greenwood seniors are Lane Philpott, Jaden Garnes, Jack Scott, that's wrong. There we go. Yeah, John Christensen, all seniors tonight, as they'll be playing their last game in a Greenwood Bulldog basketball uniform, as unfortunately they were not able to maintain the winnings that they were having there early in the conference. As they come up 4-9, like I said. But you got to hand it to Coach Ross, second-year coach here with the Bulldogs. Came in last year, finished the year up, 4 wins total for the year. Boys really bought in during the offseason to what he was teaching. Really learned where the scoring opportunities were in Coach Ross's offense and his assistant coach, Dexter Piercy. That there are certain avenues, certain passing lanes that are there when they run that offense. They were having to learn that last year, and they really came in, did a fantastic job this year. They kind of meshed together, and they kind of can start now. You'll notice the last few games, Kane Archer, instead of scoring points, he's been racking up assists with 6 to 8 assists to Grant Carnes. Jaden Garnes, as he's been able to anticipate their cuts through the lane and get some great easy layups. Greenwood played Mountain Home a few weeks ago and lost that game 56-61. But you had some good point totals. Kane Archer had 17, Jaden Garnes 17.
It's now time for the starting lineups.
Clark had 8. Grant Carnes had 7. Carnes has really come out of his shell here in these last few games, racking up some good point totals. Blaine Tate, number 2, starting lineup. Ryder McClain, number 4.
A senior, number 14, Tyler Podwaski.
And
senior, number 22,
and number 22, Rhett Gilbert, is our starting 5 for the Mountain Home Bombers. Pretty sure I missed one, and that's number 0, Jackson Court. Also a starter for Mountain Home. So Greenwood seniors playing their last game for their senior year in a basketball uniform. So it'd be nice to see these guys come out on fire, not come out cold, kind of like the girls. If you didn't get to watch the girls' game, the Lady Bulldogs kind of came out of the starting lineup announcement a little cold. Maybe it had some jitters from the senior announcement, senior recognition. But they started clicking there after the end of the first period, and they took over, put their foot down hard on the gas and never let up. From that point, come away with that 85-60 win for the Lady Bulldogs. Greenwood Bulldogs starting number 1, a junior, senior, Lane Philpott. Number 2, a sophomore, Ty Holt. See him play some baseball this year. Come out for some baseball games. Number 3, a senior, Grant Carnes. Number 5, a senior, Jaden Garnes. And a junior, number 23, Kane Archer. Oh, they made a substitution. Jack Scott's going to get in. He's a senior. The other senior, number 50, 6'3", John Christensen. Some changes made there for our start as John Christensen gives the powder on the hands salute to the crowd, and the crowd went wild. teammates went wild as they saw that happen, and so it's good to see the seniors all get in. As John Christensen, number 50, he's going to be in the circle for the jump ball. His first start of the year, and the jump ball is going to go favor Mountain Home. Greenwood comes out, 3-2 zone. They pack it down inside. They're going to try to make Mountain Home shoot threes. Baseline drive. Rebound goes to Carnes. Here comes Jaden Garnes. Carnes with that rebound there. Shot up, couldn't get it to go. Here comes Mountain Home. 7.5 minutes. Knocked out of bounds by Garnes. Ball here in front of the Bulldog bench. Mountain Home to inbound. 7.5 minutes here left in the first period. Mountain Home slow to get into their inbound set. Into Gilbert. Gilbert's going to hand off to Tate. Tate to the top of the key with his dribble. Greenwood now adjusts. They got more. Is there in their 3-2 zone? Ball on the baseline. They drive. Stolen away. Knocked on the ground. Tie ball as Carnes was able to get in there. And that jump ball is going to go possession arrow in favor of Greenwood. Still 0-0. Garnes with the ball. They look to trap. Cross-court pass over to Philpott. Philpott drives in the lane, left-hand side on the block, goes up to shoot two, good from the lane. Nice shot for Philpott there inside the lane. Little 4-foot jumper. 2-0. Greenwood with the lead here. Ball on the right side in the wing area. Mountain Home top of the key with their dribble. Over to McLean. McLean backs it out. He looks to dribble left side of their lane, picks up his dribble, tries to go left corner to Tate. Tate drives baseline, reverse layup. And that's good. Here comes Garnes. Garnes at the timeline. He crosses over. 2-2. Just under 6.5 minutes. Garnes with a shot up and off the glass. Grant with a nice shot from there in the paint. Long three-point shot by Mountain Home, and that knocks it down for Gilbert.
Number 22, Red Gilbert.
Inside, top of the free throw line extended. Back over to rebound, nearly knocked out by Christensen. They hustle back down. Mountain Home with the ball. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded by Carnes, his second rebound of the night. Greenwood with the ball. We've got a foul call there on the floor as
the foul's on number 0, Jackson Court.
Court is going to come out.
Into the game for the Bulldogs, number 23.
Archer's going to come in. That's going to send John Christian, senior, back to the bench. Hopefully as the game goes along, we'll get to see him re-enter. Inbound on the baseline by Archer. Archer finds Garnes in the lane streaking through. Couldn't get that shot to go from about 4 feet. Mountain Home with a lead, 5-4. Mountain Home at the top of the key. Picked up their dribble. Gilbert with the ball for 3. No good. Pushed by Mountain Home on the rebound to Philpott. Philpott with his first rebound tonight. Left side to Scott for 3. Nice shot from the senior, Jack Scott. 7-5. 5 minutes left here in the first period. Top of the key, far right pass over in the right corner by Mountain Home. Back up top to Tate. Tate's on the logo as he works his way toward the arch. Over to the left side wing. Shot no good by McLean. Rebound fought for. Has ended up on the ground and recovered by Mountain Home. Top of the key, reverse dribble, right side and wing. Shot good by Tate. 7-8. Greenwood down by 1. 4.5 minutes left here. Philpott down on the lower block. He was calling for it. They couldn't find him. Back up top to Archer. Archer with his dribble. Top of the key. He's going to pull up for a deep 3. Off the back of the iron, couldn't get it to go. Rebound goes to Mountain Home. Coming up on 4 minutes now. Long shot, top of the key, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Archer. Here comes the Bulldogs. Philpott, he drives in hard. They don't call. Carnes down the baseline. He tried to get it back out as a safety valve to Archer and couldn't get Archer to come down with it. Now they're going to have a Mountain Home fast break. And that's going to be a foul.
Kane Archer, that's his first.
Kane's going to pick up his first foul of the night. It sends Mountain Home's Tate to the line. He's going to get 2 shots. 7-8. He misses that first free throw. Jack Scott's going to come out, and that's going to bring in Ty Holt, sophomore. Second shot now, and that's going to be up and good for Tate. Greenwood with the ball. Garnes crosses timeline. Quick hard pass into Archer. Archer handles it back to Garnes for 3. Good downtown 3 shot for Jaden Garnes, the senior tonight. As he knocks down a 3 from a good 4 feet behind the arch, and we've got a charge. Foul called
number 4, Rodden McClain.
On McClain, his first foul. Second team foul on Mountain Home. Long pass to Archer on the left side. Back quickly, but stolen away by Mountain Home as Archer had to save it in bounds, trying to get it back to Holt. Holt down the ball, stolen away by Philpott. Philpott's got the one-on-one numbers, now 2-on-1, over to Carnes, and Carnes with the layup. As it started one-on-one, Grant Carnes was able to shorten the gap, make it 2-on-1, and got the nice little layup. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first period, 12-9. We've got a timeout. We'll stick around here, some points scattered around. Jack Scott with a nice 3. Jaden Carnes with a good 3. Grant Carnes with 2 nice shots there inside the lane for 4. And Lane Philpott with 2 as he was able to get in the lane for a nice layup. (12-9). Greenwood playing good and strong. Coach Ross did a great thing. Started all 5 seniors as they were able to get out there and start as a senior-laden team. And now he's made readjustments to our normal starting 5 of Philpott, Holt, Carnes, Garnes, and Archer. But we'll see Jack Scott back in here, Hudson Clark come off the bench as they're contributors here for most of the season. Mountain Home across the timeline. Philpott there in their man-to-man defense now for Greenwood. Mountain Home on the left wing. Tate was to drive into the lane. Over on the right to McClain. McClain backs it out. There's nowhere to go in the lane. Baseline drive. They can pull it back. He tries to go inside of the lane to McClain. McClain fumbled around with it. Rebounded by Carnes. Garnes across the timeline. He's at the top of the key, way outside the arch. Pass into Carnes and back to Garnes as he drives in the left side of the lane. Couldn't get that little jumper to go. Here comes Mountain Home quickly in the lane. Bump by Tate against Archer. I think we've got a foul going to be called on Archer as he was moving.
The foul's on number 23, Kane Archer. That's his second personal.
Along with Tate, and that's going to be Archer's second personal foul here in the first period. Inbounds pass, 12-9. Greenwood ahead by 3. Mountain Home with the ball. Right side wing. They give some directions, try to get reset into their half-court offense. Looks to drive by Tate. Pull up outside 3. Good for McClain.
Number 4, Rodden McClain.
His first points of the night. Here's Holt with the ball. Right side wing. One man out on him. This Mountain Home is sagged back into their man-to-man defense. Pass down low to Carnes, and Carnes picks up 2 as he gives the assist to his teammate there. Greenwood adds up to 2-point lead now, 14-12, coming up on a minute and a half. Ball down inside. Philpott got his hand on it, but they're going to call a push, and that's going to be a foul on Philpott.
That's his
first foul of the night.
At the line, shooting 2, Blaine Tate.
Tate's going to go to the line. He'll have 2 shots here from the free throw line. He's already missed 1. That shot's up and good.
In for the Bulldogs, number 12, Jack Scott.
Jack Scott's going to come in for Kane Archer, as Kane's picked up 2 fouls here in the first period. Chance to tie now for Mountain Home. Off the backside of the iron, rebound fought for, comes out with Ty Holt with the rebound. Left wing to Garnes. Garnes drives all the way to the basket. Right side, goes to the right side on that layup. Garnes with a nice drive into the lane. Mountain Home drives into the lane, up and off the backside of the iron, off the rebound. And that rebound went to Podgowski, and he got the 2. Garnes back down inside, up, right-handed, underhanded layup.
With the reverse for 2.
A nice layup as he was able to drive again back into the lane. 18-15, under a minute left here in the first period. Mountain Home up top, left side on the wing. Tate with the ball as he picks up his dribble, hands it off to Gilbert. Gilbert drives around outside of the arch. 38 seconds, shot clock down to 10. Drive down inside, stolen away by Philpott. Nice steal by Philpott as he just took it out of their hands. Kicks it back to Jack Scott for 3. In and out. Good for Jack Scott.
Jack Scott.
His second 3 of the night. It's 21-15. Mountain Home going to play in the last 10 seconds here for the last shot of the first period. Tate with the ball. He goes right side wing, dribble handoff to Gilbert. Gilbert brings it back to the top of the key, tries to beat Philpott to the basket, throws up a layup, no good, high off the glass. 21-15.
21. Mountain Home Bombers.
We'll step away here as we head into the second period. This is Bulldog basketball.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. HB Stewart Arena, Greenwood Bulldogs taking on Mountain Home Bombers as the Bombers had made the big 4+ hour drive down here to Sebastian County. Greenwood up 21-15. Energy still left in the gym here coming out of the girls' game where they beat the Lady Bombers. 21 points here in the first period. 6 points to Jack Scott. 7 points for Jaden Garnes. 6 points to Grant Carnes. 2 points for Lane Philpott. And Gilbert now with the ball, standing on the logo, Greenwood Bulldogs. Bulldogs kind of drop back now. They're in their 3-2 zone. Try to keep the Bombers out of the lane, make them shoot some threes. Change things up. Left-hand corner shot for 3, no good. Rebounded by Grant Carnes, his 4th rebound of the night. Garnes with the ball. He's up way outside, top of the key. He drifts over to the left wing, gives it to Philpott, drives in, baseline drive all the way down for 2. Garnes picks up a nice drive in the lane. Mountain Home with the ball. They work their offense. 3-point shot from the left wing, no good. Shot by Rossa. Garnes across the timeline. Top of the key, right side lane. He drives in, gets fouled from behind. No call. They call that out of bounds on Greenwood.
Number 2, Blaine Tate. Number 24, Landon Newton.
And that's going to bring in some more. Newton, 24, comes in now for Mountain Home. Mountain Home with the ball. Gilbert, he's point guard now as he crosses the timeline. Greenwood up 23-15. Nice 8-point lead. Greenwood needs to work on trading baskets. The stop here or there, rebounded by Carnes. His 5th rebound tonight. It's under 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. Jaden Garnes directs traffic over to Jack Scott. Dribble handoff to Holt. He gave a quick pass back as Jack Scott tries to drive baseline, but he has to give it up back to the top of the key to Garnes. They stopped him on the baseline. Carnes with the ball inside the key over to Philpott. Carnes to set a screen. They're set up for it. Quick pass, though, as Carnes came off the screen. Pass over to Jack Scott in the right corner. 1 second left, and that shot clock violation on Greenwood. First one of the night. As Greenwood kind of got lulled into everybody wanted to pass. Forgot they had to shoot. 23-15, under 6 minutes here. Mountain Home with the ball. Greenwood still got their 8-point lead. Greenwood looking to trap. Back into their chasing defense. Base 2-3 zone. Ball got in inside the lane. And we're going to have a foul called as there was a scuffle for the ball.
The foul's on number 1, Lane Philpott. That's his second person.
Philpott picks up his second.
2, Blaine Tate.
Tate's going to go to the line. He'll get to shoot 2. Greenwood's got a sub getting ready to come in. That shot by Tate up and good.
In for the Bulldogs, number 4, Hudson Clark.
Hudson Clark's going to come give Philpott a chance to take a breather with his 2 fouls. Clark, Holt, Carnes, Scott, Garnes on the floor now for Greenwood. That shot was up and good. Here comes Garnes with the ball across the timeline. Mountain Home in a 2-3 switching zone defense. As they'll switch up top. Shot for 3, no good. As Hudson Clark tried the 3 from the left-hand corner. 23-17, coming up on just under 5 minutes in the first half. Right side wing over to Gilbert. Gilbert nearly lost the ball as Garnes got his hand in there. He drives toward the lower block on the right side. That shot's no good. Rebounded to Mountain Home. Second shot no good. It rolls around, and Clark comes away with the rebound. Garnes across the half court. Left side to Holt, back to Garnes. He's way outside on the logo. Long shot from downtown. No good. Rebounded by Jack Scott. Jack Scott with a great rebound. Shot up for 3. Good. He knocks down his 3rd three-pointer of the night here in the first half. 26-17. Under 4.5 minutes left here in the game. Left-hand side, Tate drives the lower left block. They make him pull up. He gives it up to the right corner. That shot's not there. Rebounded. Mountain Home gets a little layup for McLean as he broke free, got in behind the defense with all the rebounding. Long pass over to Holt, back to Garnes. Garnes tried to get it to Jack Scott, and Mountain Home got their hand in there. 26-19. Shot for 3 off the front of the iron. Jack Scott knocks it out. Scott did a good job of getting his hand on the ball, knocked it clear. Garnes, he comes up with the loose ball. Garnes drives left all the way in.
Garnes inside.
Down the paint for a nice layup. 28-19. Coming up on 3.5 minutes. Tate dribbles over toward the coach of Mountain Home to get some instructions. Hold out. Tough man-to-man. Greenwood's in there man-to-man. Ball top of the key for Mountain Home. Clark came over to help. Scott got the loose ball. Here comes Greenwood. Garnes with the ball. He runs in, no blocking call called. Long three-pointer shot up. Rebound tried for by Carnes. He couldn't come away with it. Mountain Home with the ball as they slow walk over the timeline. Under 3 minutes, 28-19. Mountain Home slowing everything down. They're looking to drive. Double team on the baseline. Kicked it out to the left-hand corner for Gilbert. And we've got a foul away from the ball.
In for the Bombers, number 1, Baylor Tate.
And another Tate. This is Baylor Tate. He's going to check in for Mountain Home. Garnes with the ball across the timeline. 2.5 minutes here in the first half. Shot from the left corner by Holt. It misses the iron. Almost rebounded by Clark, but couldn't come away with it. Mountain Home quickly down court as they're pressing the tempo. They pull up. Shot up top by the other younger Tate. Mountain Home, they get back to the top of the right side of the key. Outside the arc. Still playing catch. Shot inside the arc for 2, no good. Rebound goes to Mountain Home as Greenwood couldn't get position. Carnes goes up high, and he comes down with his 6th rebound of the night. Gives it to Garnes. Garnes drives all the way to the basket. And we've got a blocking foul called on Mountain Home, and that's on number 2.
Blaine Tate, that's his first.
That's Blaine Tate.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout. Looks like going to go to Greenwood on that timeout. 28-19, just under 2 minutes left. Haven't seen the call, and it's going to be a full timeout for Greenwood. Lane Philpott sitting on 2 points so far tonight. Grant Carnes, he's sitting on 6 points. Jaden Garnes, 11 points here through the first half. And Jack Scott, he's come out, had the hot hand from 3-point line. Jack Scott's been able to knock down 3 3-pointers for a total of 9 points here in the first half. Coming into the ninth game, Greenwood ranked number 6 in the 5A West, and Mountain Home sitting right behind them in the number 7 spot in the 5A West. Both teams with the unfortunate position of this is the last game of the season for these guys, so kind of a bittersweet night for these seniors as they know that their basketball career in high school at least is over with when the night is over. And so we wish them all the best of luck in whatever their next endeavor is, whether that's another sport. Some of these guys will move on and possibly play some baseball. Track still in season. Who knows? You may have a soccer player out there. Ball to be inbounded on the baseline by Greenwood into Jack Scott. Scott senior shoots for 3. Good. Jack Scott knocks down his 4th 3-pointer, and it was a college 3 by at least a foot. Mountain Home with the ball, 31-19. Minute 40 seconds left here in the first half of tonight's game. Drives down toward the lower block by the Mountain Home, and that was Baylor Tate. He's fouled on his shot, and that's going to be a foul on Scott.
That's his first.
Scott picks up his first foul.
Baylor Tate.
Minute 36, 31-19. That shot's up and good.
In the game for the Bombers,
Baylor Tate.
Greenwood
up by 11 here in the first half. Minute 36 seconds left here in the first half of the game. Second shot by Baylor Tate. It's up and good for Tate. Here comes Garnes. 31-21, 10-point lead for Greenwood. Over in the left corner to Scott. Hudson Clark now with a shot for 3. It's off the back of the iron. Knocked out of the air by Clark. Recovered by Grant Carnes. He comes away with 2 there. Nice little 2-foot jumper from under the basket. Drive into the lane by McClain. He falls back and shoots. Ball's knocked out. Still in the front court. Recovered by Mountain Home. They get a new shot clock reset. 57 seconds left here in the second period. Ball in the left corner, drive baseline. Greenwood got their hand on it, knocked it loose. Another shot from the left corner, and it's in good. Podwowski. 33-24, 40 seconds. Shot clock still in effect. Getting some instructions from the bench. Coach Ross shouting those instructions for their half-court offense. 18 seconds left here on the shot clock. Defense is happy to set back and let us dribble. We're looking to start our half-court set. Pass into Scott. Left-hand side to Clark. Now the left wing to Garnes. Back up top to Holt. Garnes with the ball. He's got to shoot, and it's off the back of the iron.
Shot clock violation.
And they're going to call a shot clock violation. Not what we had intended coming out of that timeout. And with 7 seconds here, reset onto the clock, 33-24. Greenwood up by 9. Long inbounds by Mountain Home. They're going to look to get the last shot here in the first half. Shot up off the back of the iron, rebounded by Garnes.
That's the end of the first half.
And that's the end of our first half, 33-24. We'll be back here in a bit, and I'll have first half to point totals for the Greenwood Bulldogs. This is Bulldog basketball.
As we dance for the last time in 2024 and 2025 as your GHS dance team, we hope that tonight we were able to captivate the story of the ones we lost. They were extremely special to the Greenwood community, and what we hope is that through the pieces of art that are displayed tonight, that they're honored really well. Thank you so much.
Shows that we ain't gonna stand. Shows that we are united. Shows that we ain't gonna take it. Shows that we ain't gonna stand. Shows that we are united.
Thank you so much.
Greenwood High School cheerleader. Let's hear it for your cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can draw your...
Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
Come on, move. Here we go. Just a little baby step. Just move.
Honey, what in the world are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to mosey on down to the bank. This gal here is my ticket for that home improvement loan at Farmers.
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And Farmers.
Right now at Randall Ford, we have huge selection of slightly used vehicles. No matter what you are looking for, we have it. Hondas, Chevys, GMCs, Fords. At Randall Ford, we have what you want at the budget you can afford. 0 down, 0% interest, plus deferred payments for 90 days. Need some extra cash? We will buy your vehicle, whatever you have. Plus, we will pay top dollar. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue, or online 24/7 at randallford.com. The 4th oldest Ford dealer in America.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
Welcome back, Greenwood Bulldog fans. Here, HB Stewart Arena, as the Bulldogs are welcoming the Mountain Home Bombers here for the last game of the season for these guys. Greenwood came out to a great start there in the first period, which is putting up 21 points. Coming out of the first period against the Bombers, 15 points, and then only managed 12 points there in the second period for that 33-point total. So if you go back and look at some of the history, Greenwood, it seems to have one period significantly lower than the other three. So put our fingers together, get them crossed. If you've got a happy dance you do for good luck, we'll do that, and we'll hope that Greenwood's third and fourth periods are their best periods of the night. We can walk away with a win to end the year out. Greenwood's come out this year, done a fantastic job of putting wins in the win column. They are currently setting 14-14, and with a win tonight, they can finish their season off above 500. Be a great feather in the cap for Coach Ross here in his second year of coaching these Bulldogs. Like I said earlier, they come in, done a great job of buying in. Some points for the first half. Lane Philpott with 2, Grant Carnes with 8, Jaden Garnes with 11, and Jack Scott, senior, coming in. Got to start tonight with the senior night with 12 points as he's knocked down 4 3-pointers from the field. And they haven't been 3-pointers right on the line. He's backed up a foot and a half to 2 feet off the line and knocked down some really nice looking 3-point shots. So hopefully we can see Jack Scott in tonight some more here in the third and fourth period, and he'll still have that hot hand and can drop some more points in his point column here on the score sheet. Mountain Home still yet to come out of their huddle as we get ready to start here the third period. It'll be Greenwood's ball on the far side. Greenwood moving right to left. Their basket here on the left side of the screen as Mountain Home takes their position. Normally they've been coming out in a bit of a zone, but looks like they're going to come out in more of a half-court man-to-man for Mountain Home. Archer on the right wing. He bounces it in high post to Carnes, and Carnes drives into the lane, kind of loses his footing, and ball ends up on the ground. And Coach Ross is going to call a timeout. Would expect it to be a 30-second timeout as he was trying to preserve. 30-second timeout. He was trying to preserve that possession so we can start off on a good foot. 24 seconds left on the shot clock, so plenty of time to come out of this timeout and do something with it. Like I said, Bulldogs doing a great job this year. They mustered up 4 wins last year. They 3.5 times that this year already, looking at a 15th win for this season. So be great to see these guys push this lead out some more as they're up now 9-point lead here for the Bulldogs. If they can get this lead out, maybe we can see some more of these seniors get a chance to come back in. Holt hands off to Archer. Archer with his dribble, right side wing. He hands it in to Carnes. Carnes in the lane. He drives hard. You're not going to stand your ground against Grant. He picks up 2 there in the lane. Nice shot off the glass, as he's learned to use that glass to his favor. Ball in the right-hand corner, Mountain Home, back to the right wing. Shot left side of the wing for 3, and that's going to be 3 for Gilbert. Greenwood across the timeline, hands of Garnes. He hands it to Carnes. He breaks down the lane. Pass knocked, handed off by Carnes to Garnes. Garnes couldn't get it to go, and Carnes comes back with a rebound and a putback. That's 7 rebounds for Grant Carnes tonight. Ball in the lane, knocked around. No shot was no good, and they're going to call a foul on the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Holt. Or no, Philpott. That's Philpott's 3rd tonight, and they called that on the shot after the first rebound.
Shooting 2, number 4.
6:50 left here in the third period. 10-point lead for Greenwood, down to 9 as McLean makes his first free throw. Second shot now for Mountain Home. And it's up and good for McLean. Greenwood with the ball. They're on the far side, bringing the ball across the timeline. 37-29. Shot by Carnes. Up off the glass. Rebounded by Carnes. As the first shot wouldn't go, and the second shot put back was good for 2. And he's come out here quickly with 6 points. Long shot by Mountain Home.
The rebound basket number 22, Gilbert.
And that was Gilbert for a long 3 shot. Garnes on the far side, top of the key to Carnes. Carnes looks for a cutter. Nobody's there. Mountain Home's trying to pack it into the lane to prevent Greenwood. Reverse dribble by Garnes in the lane. He goes up to shoot 2.
Ryder McLean, that's his
and that's a foul on McLean. His second foul. And I think we're going to see that offensive attack into the lane by Carnes and Garnes for the rest of this game. That shot's up off the backside, uncharacteristic miss. It's only Jaden's first trip to the free throw line tonight. So second shot is up and it's in and good for Jaden Garnes. 40-32. It's coming up on 6 minutes left here in the third period. Greenwood up by 8. Mountain Home working their way on the right wing. Greenwood in their man-to-man defense. Tate with the ball as he hands off. Right side shot by Gilbert. That's Gilbert's third three-pointer here in the third period. 40-35. Archer top of the key. He looks to drive just inside the free throw line. Ball knocked out by Carnes, and Garnes recovers and drives all the way to the glass for a nice little layup. Back down quickly to Mountain Home. They throw it away, stolen away by Holt. Holt quickly to the glass as he tries to go in for a layup. No call. Rebounded by Garnes. Garnes with his third rebound and his 2-point putback. Mountain Home with the ball on the left wing. They drive over to the right wing. Still got their dribble. Shot up by Gilbert. It's good for 3.
3-point basket, Red Gilbert.
Gilbert's gotten hot suddenly. That's 4 3-pointers in a row for Mountain Home and Gilbert. Garnes, he drives into the lane. Reverse spin off the back side of the iron. Bounced around. Couldn't get the roll. 44-38. Greenwood still with the lead. Up by 6. Gilbert, we're out on defense. Garnes up in his space. They do a switch to Philpott. Left side drives on the baseline. He steps out as McLean trying to beat the defense along the baseline. That's going to bring Newton in, and that sends Corp to the bench for Mountain Home. Greenwood to inbounds. Garnes with the ball. 44-38. Just under 4.5 minutes left here in the third period. Greenwood in their half-court offensive set. Got a shot from the bottom lip for Garnes and couldn't get it to go as he's set up on the Bulldog logo. A favorite place of his to shoot there toward the top of the key. And a long, deep 3-point shot attempt. Garnes to inbounds on the baseline. Greenwood in their inbound set. Inbound to Philpott. He hands it back off to Garnes. Garnes looks to drive off the screen set by Philpott, and they get 2. So Philpott did a good job of making space for Garnes. Hand off to Gilbert. Carnes, as he takes Gilbert to the baseline. Gilbert has to give it up and pass it to the top of the key. Ball up high, no good. And we've got a push.
Foul number 24, Landon Newton has his first.
Newton picks up his first foul as he got in behind Carnes and gave him a little shove. Just trying to help him, I'm sure, on his rebound. Ball on the baseline. Philpott into Garnes. Garnes is going to slow walk it up to the half-court line. They cross the timeline, get a screen by Holt. He goes left off that screen. Reverse, nice step through, and he's able to get two. The defense overcorrected on Garnes once he got inside the lane. Nice spin on that pivot foot. Step through, shot from Gilbert. There's another three for Gilbert. Gilbert is on fire for Mountain Home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers in a row for Gilbert. Got a timeout, Greenwood, 30-second timeout. Garnes is coming alive here in the third period with 9 points for Garnes in the third period alone. He adds that to his first half 11. He's sitting on 20 points here so far through the game. Grant Carnes, he had 8 coming out of the halftime. He's going to add 6 more for now a total of 14. Greenwood to inbound coming out of that timeout. Philpott on the baseline. They get some more instructions from Coach Ross from the sideline. Inbound to Garnes. Garnes is going to jog it to the timeline as he crosses it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Into Carnes. He's at the top of the key. He looks to drive, and they're going to get him with a charge.
Offensive foul on number 3, Grant Carnes. That's his first.
And that is from the world of basketball that I grew up in. That was should have been called a block. Defender did not have his feet set in any manner. Mountain Home with a shot from the left corner, good for 3. And that's McLean as he knocks down another 3 here in the third period. 48-44, 4-point lead. Ty Holt with the ball as he's going to dribble handoff to Garnes. Greenwood looking to get back down in the lane, run their offense. Pass down, low block to Philpott. Philpott hands it off to cutting Garnes, and Garnes hands it off to Carnes, and Grant Carnes comes away with 2, a little assist there to Jaden. Philpott out on the ball. He's tough defense on Tate, not letting him drive freely. Way outside the arch, ball in the hand of McLean. McLean looking to drive in the lane. He kicks it out to Gilbert. He mishandled it. Top of the key, shot up by Core. Rebounded by Carnes, knocked away, ball's on the ground. And we've got a foul call. It's just a hustle as everybody's going for the ball.
The foul's on number 3, Grant Carnes. That's his second person.
That's the second foul on Carnes.
And for the Bulldogs, number 4, Hudson Clark.
Hudson Clark's going to come in. Let Carnes have a seat on the bench as Ross lets the official know that he missed it. Hudson tried to go for the block. They got past him, and there's 2 points for McLean. Here comes Garnes, 50-46, 2 minutes left here, third period. Quick pass over to Jack Scott. Scott was trying to do a skip pass down the Ty Holt, and Mountain Home got their hand just enough to deflect it out of bounds. Inbounds by Garnes. Finds Philpott. Handoff back to Garnes. Garnes is going to get him in their half-court set. He's out on the logo. Dribbles in toward the top of the key. Right side. Ball gets knocked away. But it gets knocked away because they hit Garnes on the arm.
Foul's on number 2, Blaine Tate. That's his second.
Tate's going to pick up his second foul. That'll send Jaden Garnes to the line to shoot 2 with 1:47. 50-46, and it's up and good for Jaden Garnes. His second shot now from the free throw line. It's up, rolls around, off the back of the iron, won't go. He's shooting 50% from the free throw line tonight. Mountain Home with the ball. Top of the key by Gilbert. And it's good for 3. Gilbert can't seem to miss here in the third period. Under a minute and a half, 49-51. Bulldogs still playing with good energy, trying to maintain this lead. Up by 10 at one point. Mountain Home's been fighting back. Jack Scott here on the left wing. He drives. Tried to knock the ball away. Hands off to Jaden Garnes as he drives baseline. Ball got knocked away. And Jaden's going to pick up a foul as he tries to recover.
Jaden Garnes, that's his first.
But that's just his first foul. Team's fourth foul here.
And for the Bulldogs, number 3, Grant Garnes, number 23.
In the third period. Archer's going to check back in along with Grant Carnes. That sends Clark and Scott back to the bench here with a minute 3, 60 seconds now left here in the third period. Greenwood man-to-man. As Carnes kind of sags back into the lane, lets his man go out wide. Shot up for 3, no good. Rebounded by Carnes. That's Carnes' 9th rebound. He's been busy there in the lane all night. Ball past the top of the key to Archer. Archer drives into the key. Carnes picks up the pass, turns around and gets fouled as he was trying to go up to shoot 2 there in the lane. And that foul's going to be on Core. Second foul.
Foul's on number 0, Jackson Court. That's his second.
Second foul for Core. 32 seconds left here. 51-49. Greenwood up by 2. The inbounds by Archer. Quick pass up top off the inbounds to Holt. Holt gives it to Archer on the left side wing. He's got his dribble outside the arch. He drives into the lane but has to give it up as Mountain Home got their hand on it and just knocked it just loose enough that he couldn't go on to the basket. 16 seconds left here in the third period. No shot clock. Greenwood holds the ball, waiting for the last second shot. 10 seconds now as Greenwood gets into the final shot offense. Garnes, he's going to drive left side, wants to spin, back to Archer. Shot for 3, top of the key. Won't go. Knocked up back by Carnes and just could not get it to roll in.
Your score, Greenwood Bulldogs, 51.
We're now 51. 49. We'll step away, come back here for the fourth period. Last 8 minutes of the game. 51-49. This is Bulldog basketball.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing. Serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1990.
We're back, Greenwood Bulldog fans, here at HB Stewart Arena. Bulldogs versus the Mountain Home Bombers. The Bombers are on the road tonight, come down to repay the visit from earlier in the season. And we have got us a shootout, looks like, going into the fourth period, 51-49. Mountain Home.
It'll be Mountain Home basketball to start the fourth period.
Mountain Home came out in the third period, rattled off 7 3-pointers. Greenwood able to put 18 more points, though, out of the halftime, as they still have the lead, and that shot's no good by Mountain Home. Rebound and recovered by Mountain Home. They're on the far left wing as they drive into the lane. Looking for 3 points again, seems like. Now they've got it back up top left side of the key. Left wing with their dribble, comes back to the right side. Bounce pass down inside, stolen away by Philpott, and Philpott's got the numbers ahead to Archer. Up off the glass, no good. Followed up by Grant Carnes. For two as he picked his buddy up there off the miss. Philpott with a fantastic job of getting out there in front for a steal, his second steal of the night. Mountain Home down on the baseline. They have to give it back up top, reset their offense. Greenwood in their man-to-man. Archer on the ball. Gilbert shot inside the three-point line. That's the first time he's done that tonight. First 2-point shot for Gilbert tonight. Under 7 minutes left now. 53-51. Greenwood going to be a nail biter to the end, possibly. Left side wing, inside the lane to Garnes. Garnes off the front edge of the iron. Couldn't go. 1-on-3. Gilbert pulls up, tries to make a three. Missed it completely. Maybe that's a signal there that Gilbert's lost his touch here in the fourth period. Shot from the right corner by Holt. Off the iron, rebounded by Carnes. Carnes gets it back out, tries to pass it to Holt, but it's knocked out and deflected by Mountain Home. Looks like that may have been Gilbert that was able to get his hand on that pass. Carnes did a fantastic job of getting in there and getting another rebound, his 10th rebound of the night. Garnes out on the logo of the Bulldog. He moves to his right. Mountain Home seems to be happy to sit back on their defense. Over to Archer into Carnes. Carnes looks to drive down the right side. Now we get a blocking foul, just like we should have had last time. And that's going to be a foul on Gilbert.
Foul's number 22, that Gilbert. That's his first.
If you're moving and you get bumped, it's a block. He's impeding the offensive player. Offensive player's got some right away there. He didn't initiate the contact. Shot for three, and that's going to be good for Garnes. Jaden Garnes knocked down a long three-point basket there. Greenwood adds to that lead, up by 5, 56-51. Mountain Home on the left wing as they dribble across the top of the key to the right wing. Dribble handoff to Gilbert. Archer doing a good job getting up in front. They try to do a moving screen on Archer. No call.
Three-point basket.
And Gilbert knocks down a three as that moving screen was right there in front of all three officials, and none of them managed to blow their whistle for that violation. Ball top of the key to Carnes. Carnes drives up and under for Grant Carnes for another two. And we'd like to see Carnes make that attempt every time down the lane that he gets. Fantastic move by Carnes. And you just got to have a kind of a death wish if you're going to stand in front of Grant Carnes when he's got a little head of steam going down the lane. Greenwood Bulldog Spirit Band up there. They filled up a whole section as they kick it into gear here. You'll hear them in the background. Coming out here into the fourth period, or after the third period, 16 points for Grant Carnes, 21 points for Jaden Garnes, and Jack Scott still sitting on that 12 from knocking down 4 3-pointers in the first half. So it'll be interesting to see Jack Scott get back on the floor, see if he still has that hot hand, and see if we can figure out a way to cool off Gilbert for Mountain Home, as he has knocked down 7 3-pointers here in the second half. He was pretty quiet in the first half, but has come alive here in the second half and definitely has become their go-to shooter here on the floor. 58-54. 5 minutes, 19 seconds left here in the game as we are in the fourth period. Ball to be inbounded by Mountain Home on the far side. Mountain Home across the timeline. Ball in the hand of Tate. Tate looks to get a screen. They roll off that screen down inside, and that shows Court. Two-point basket as he was able to roll right behind the defense. Here comes Garnes, 58-56, down to a 2-point lead for Greenwood. Archer on the left wing. He's got his dribble back toward the top of the key. Bounce pass down inside to Philpott. Philpott tried to go up and off, no good. Rebounded by Carnes. 11 rebounds by Carnes, and several of them, looks like I got 4 of those are offensive rebounds for Grant Carnes tonight. Ball in the hands of Mountain Home on the far side. Tate looks for Podwowski. He hands it off now to McLean. McLean drives toward the baseline. He can't get that to go. Garnes comes out, 2-on-2. He's going to go in the lane, up off the glass. Rebounded by Carnes. Grant Carnes. He is the rebound machine tonight. And that's 12 rebounds for him. That's second offensive rebound in a row now for Grant. 62-56, 4 minutes left here in the game. Greenwood Bulldogs working hard, trying to keep this lead. And we should have a block on Mountain Home as they set a screen, but they're going to call that on
23,
Archer.
Archer. That's his third.
As Archer kind of had a blind side screen set on him. And he's got to be set. Can't be leaning, can't put his shoulder out, can't move his hip out, and that's what he did. But I would not want to be on the receiving end of Kane Archer breaking through the screen.
Basket, Ryder McClain.
McClain knocks down a three. Here comes Greenwood across the timeline. Garnes on the far side. It's 62-59, coming up on 3.5 minutes left in the game. Archer with a long three-point shot. Good for three. It's Kane Archer. His first points of the night comes here in the fourth period. A good time. 65-59. Greenwood ahead by 6. Top of the key. McClain with the ball. He goes left. Wing over to Gilbert. Carnes got his hands full on Gilbert. Makes him give up his dribble. Pass off to McClain. McClain knocks down his second three in a row here. 65-62, under 3 minutes. Archer with a long three, and it's off the side of the iron and bounces out of bounds. 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Archer had a nice look. Nobody came out to get on him. Got that high arch on his three. Some of them you don't know if they're going to be good till they get there. Mountain Home with the ball. Coming up on 2.5 minutes here in the game. 65-62. Mountain Home pulls up for a three for number 4, McClain. We've got a tie ball game, 65-65. Greenwood still got control. They're getting shots that they want. Haven't gotten the last one to go. Drive into the lane to Garnes, and Garnes gets bumped from behind, but he drug his pivot foot there. And they call that a travel. 65-65. 2 minutes, 23 seconds here left in the game. Coach Ross and Coach Piercy have a little chat, thinking about what the 2-minute drill is going to look like. What are we going to change? Ball in the hands of McClain. Back up top as they get it over to Tate. Tate with his dribble. He tried a quick pass inside, and it was knocked away. Garnes with the ball. He keeps going to the lane, and that ball is going to be on the floor and knocked out by Mountain Home with 2 minutes left here in the game. Ball is going to be on the baseline. Greenwood's ball is out on Mountain Home. We've got a timeout. Possession arrow points to Greenwood, so that's in our favor. Here we are, 2 minutes. Tie ball game, 65-65. Got a full timeout called, I believe, by Mountain Home. They're going to put together what their offensive scheme is for these last 2 minutes of the game. Carnes has come alive here. Multiple offensive rebounds with 8 points coming off of those rebounds. So got to hand it to that kid. He's not backing down at all. He's getting there and fighting for those rebounds. He's able to get himself in the position that he needs to be. And sometimes he just out-jumps the Mountain Home Bombers, who aren't ready for his jumping, leaping ability. Archer knocked down a three, his first three of the night, first points of the night as well. And Garnes, he knocked down his first three of the night as well, as it was from a way outside the arch. I would think some of those three-pointers will still be there, but our offense has been just amazing in the lane, scoring points in the paint tonight as we've had great success. So we'll continue to do that. Garnes had a good breakaway there before we had this timeout and just couldn't get that speed dampened down quick enough so that he could do a nice, easy, soft layup. But Greenwood has the ball on the baseline. Archer's going to inbounds. Greenwood's in that straight set for their inbounds. Inbounded to Philpott. He hands it off to Archer. Archer's outside, kicks it back to Holt. Back to the right side as Garnes now has the ball, and they come out on him, play him tight. Now they back off their defense now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. We've plenty of time. Archer with the ball on the right side of the key. He passes it into Carnes. Carnes inside to Archer, off the glass, rebounded by Carnes. Another offensive rebound by Grant Carnes. Mountain Home with the ball. Gilbert, as he holds it, under a minute and a half. Minute 20 seconds. Greenwood Bulldog fans coming alive. Greenwood student section, you can hear them chanting defense. Mountain Home with the ball, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Ball in the hand of Tate. And as he was trying to drive to the line, to the baseline, we got a fourth foul on Philpott, but that foul's on the floor, as I guess Greenwood had a foul to give. I can't see total team fouls from here. Mountain Home not in the bonus yet. A minute, 10 seconds. Got a 2-point lead here. Tie some shoes. As Philpott's play down of his laces here. Double knot that thing. Here we are. Inbound by Mountain Home. Lob pass inside. Wasn't there, but they was intended to go out to Gilbert for three. Gilbert's not missing tonight. 68-67. Less than a minute left here in the game. Garnes with a long three-point shot. Good from just above the eyebrows of the Greenwood Bulldog logo. Jaden Garnes knocks down a three. 51 seconds, 70-68. And we've got a timeout on the floor from Mountain Home.
Timeout Greenwood.
Or no, timeout Greenwood. 30-second timeout, 51.1 seconds. And their fans are going to get their money's worth tonight. That paid to get in here as the band kicks off their next song on their Bulldog Pep Squad. Like I said, they fill up a whole section tonight, and they're getting with it. Get some energy into the fans as they're still sitting down, but they'll be up on their feet because we're going to have a last-second shot in our near future, looks like. 70-68. Ball's going to be in the hands of Mountain Home. We'll see if Greenwood comes out in a full-court press. They have not done that the whole night, or they'll set back in a half-court offense, half-court defense. The original starting five: Philpott, Holt, Carnes, Garnes, and Archer on the court. Everybody's going to have their eyes on where Gilbert is. McClain, number 4, is the other deadly weapon that they've got. McClain with the ball. Carnes up on him. McClain looks to drive. Cross-court pass over to Gilbert. 38 seconds, 21 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock's going to help us here. So like another defender. Shot up, no good by Gilbert. Rebounded by Philpott. Philpott with that rebound. He hands it off to Garnes. And they foul him immediately. And it's 70-68. And that's going to be the third personal foul on Tate.
Timeout.
And that's their third team foul, so that's not going to send Garnes to the line. We're not in the double bonus. 26.9 seconds, and that's a full timeout by Mountain Home. Trying to get an idea. We've got kind of timeouts left, but I don't see that information up on our scoreboard, so it'll be a surprise for all of us tonight going in these last 26.9 seconds. So hope we're clean finish to this game. Nobody gets chippy here in the last seconds of the game. It will be interesting to see what these coaches are able to draw up coming out of their huddles here from this timeout. Like I said, we're still playing with our original starting five: Philpott, Holt, Carnes, Garnes, and Archer. Garnes has come alive here in the fourth period with 2 3-pointers. Not something that he's been shooting all night. He's been shooting more shots in the lane, little 2-foot, 4-foot, 6-foot jumpers and layups. Archer's going to inbound right in front of Mountain Home bench. And Mountain Home comes out in a man-to-man, and they foul immediately. And that foul is going to be
Foul's
on
number
Tate.
2, Blaine Tate. That's his 4th.
And that's
Team
going to be
3rd.
his 4th, team's 3rd foul, if I understand correctly. Ball will be inbound on the baseline now, and Philpott will have the duties of the inbound. Greenwood sets up full court sprint option. They inbound it to Garnes. Garnes getting double and triple team now. He jumps and gets a quick pass to Philpott. Left corner to Holt. Holt's going to get fouled. Some might call it a mugging, but they call it a foul here with 15.4 seconds left.
Foul's number 0.
70
Jackson Court. That's his 3rd.
to 6.
4th.
3rd foul on court. And still not in double bonus. 70 to 68. Inbound by Archer to Garnes as the official, a little bit of interference on his part.
Foul's number 0. Jackson Court. That's his 4th.
4th foul.
Team 5th.
And that should send, that's going to send Garnes
to
the line to shoot 2, 70 to 68. 1 possession game for Mountain Home, so Garnes can add some points here. That'll be beneficial, and it's going to roll around and bounce out. Not what he wanted. And Coach Ross moves some folks around to play defense. We don't want to lose sight of Gilbert, and that's Archer's job now, is to make a magnet of himself. And it's up and good for Garnes. Here comes Mountain Home quickly. Tries the dribble handoff. Yep, down by 3, rolls around, rebounded by Garnes. Good rebound by Garnes, and he's going to get fouled. 4.5 seconds, 71-68. Greenwood fans are on their feet. They're clapping. They're happy. They can see a win in the future. 4.5 seconds left here as Greenwood's up by 3. Garnes is going to go shoot 2 free throws here as we can ice this game away. 71-68. That first shot's up and good for Jaden Garnes, our senior point guard. He gets a hug from Grant Carnes. 4.5 seconds. 72-68. We've got a timeout. Full timeout by Mountain Home. And it's 72-68. Greenwood now up 4 points, 4.5 seconds left. Jaden Garnes with a chance to go to the line, make it 5-point lead as we come out of this full timeout. Last game of the year for these boys. Last game for their career for these seniors. It's been a fantastic season. They didn't make the playoffs. I know that was one of their goals. But coming out of last year, they managed 4 wins. Now they're going to be able to break this 14-14 overall record. Right now they're at 500. And that's going to put them up over 500 with a plus winning percentage for Coach Ross here in the second year of his coaching career here at Greenwood. Coming out of this timeout, Garnes is going to go to shoot his last free throw, 72-68. 4.5 seconds left. If he can knock this down, this puts the game out of reach for the Mountain Home Bombers. Fans on their feet. They're ready to go wild on this made free throw. It's up and good. Jaden Garnes gets his points. 4.5 seconds. Timeout, Greenwood. Coach Ross is going to shake the hands of all the seniors there of his starting 5. 73-68. Got some guys going in. John Christensen, number 50. Looks like he's going to get back in the game for us. Looks like Micah Cowart, he's going to get in the game for us. Blake Christensen, looks like he's in there for us now. Hudson Clark, he's in on the floor. Ty Holt's in. Coach Lindsay and Coach Ross are able to give some nice handshakes and hugs to the seniors there, and the starters that have put in a long day's work for this win. Ball inbounded, shot up, no good by Mountain Home, rebounded by Ty Holt, and that's the win. Greenwood 73-68 over the Mountain Home Bombers. Greenwood's able to avenge their loss earlier in the season with this win tonight. Last game of the year, senior night. Got to hand it to these guys. We'll step away real quick, total up these points. Be right back. This is Bulldog basketball.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
We're back, Greenwood Bulldog fans. HB Stewart Arena and a victory celebration on the floor tonight for these seniors as their last game of the 24-25 basketball season. Lane Philpott came out with 2 points tonight. Good job for that senior. He worked hard. He had his hands full playing defense. Had 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Played with 4 fouls for that last fourth period. Grant Carnes came out, another senior, 26 points for the young senior tonight. More importantly, on top of that, 13 rebounds. And of those rebounds, 6 of those rebounds were offensive putbacks for points for him. Jaden Garnes, another senior with 30 points and 4 rebounds. Kane Archer came in, knocked down a 3-pointer. And Jack Scott, another senior, knocked down 4 3-pointers there in the first half for a total of 12 points. Guys did a fantastic job tonight of not getting into foul trouble. Philpott had 4, Archer had 3, but that was it. Everybody else played pretty clean. So I'm Stuart Leonard. Joey Bupkin was on the camera tonight, and Sean Hollins down in production, making it look good and sound good. Boys are done with their season. No state playoffs ahead, so tune in next week. March the 5th, that's a Wednesday, and Lady Bulldogs will be playing their first game, looks like against BB, at 4 o'clock in Paragould. Thanks again for joining us on Greenwood Sports Center. This is Bulldog Basketball.